like for example, Berserk. Berserk hasn't released chapter in years. Look at Hunter x Hunter. How many years have Hunter x Hunter existed? My biggest argument is gonna be actually Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, the writer, he stopped writing after the the Buu Saga, right? And he wasn't even involved in GT, so he didn't create anything new. This is a true story. Akira Toriyama hasn't written anything between Kid Buu Saga and Resurrection of F. I think it's, I don't know, what is the first one? Was it Super Saiyan God? What is the one before? Was it when we meet Lord Beerus, or was it Frieza Resurrection? Is the Godfather? Yo, for real. Okay, so Battle of God is the first thing Akira Toriyama written since Buu Saga, and I don't know if you're good in math, but if you actually do the math, it's like 25 years, you know? So, Beerus, fuck yeah, nice. And all of this, just to say, one simple evidence. Dragon Ball Z is a great anime, it's a great manga, sure. It is a godfather of anime, for sure, bro, for sure. But the reason why it's so, the proof why it's so good isn't how good the story is. The proof is how much time where the fans of Dragon Ball Z were able to remember Dragon Ball Z without new content being released. Because if something hasn't been updated in years and you still remember it, then it's pretty phenomenal. He legit finished a great manga and anime, and 25 years later he said, yeah, for sure, absolutely, bro, absolutely. I love what you said. 25 years, yeah. It's like, yeah, time to go back. And I was watching an interview of him, and he was saying like, yo, okay, so this is fucked up. This is really fucked up, bro. This is super fucked up. So I don't remember the exact media I found it on. It was a couple of years ago, but I found a interview of him, and they were saying, oh, why did you stop Dragon Ball Z? Because they did Dragon Ball GT, right? Why weren't you involved with Dragon Ball GT? And you know what the guy said? If you don't like Dragon Ball, then you have to write like the writer. The writer said, you got great anime, you got great manga. Bro, you got Naruto. He was talking about the big tree, right? The big tree was Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. And he was saying, those are the this time anime, and I had to make place for that. I'm happy I got to do what I wanted, but now it's their turn. So super respectful. And yeah, fuck yeah, he's the godfather. Why Dragon Ball Z is such a good godfather, as you said, is because before that, I'm not gonna generalize shit, right? But before that, you had like Sailor Moon, and most anime were actually sport anime, like boxing, you know? So Dragon Ball Z was the first one that was really fantastic and really popped off, right? Dragon Ball Z was probably the first anime a lot of us watched. Pourquoi te show pourquoi? It was the anime that made it to the West. For real? Yo. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? And what made, yo, for sure. Cause yo, like low-key, I feel like I feel like this has to be said. Like, sure. I feel blasphemic saying that, but there's a lot of shows that were more popular than Dragon Ball Z. Like for example, Pokemon. Pokemon is gonna be the example to rule them all, right? Pokemon was more, for a longer time, it was more popular than Dragon Ball Z, but it's crazy that you said that, because if Dragon Ball Z didn't make it to the West, nobody would give a shit about Pokemon. If nobody gave a shit about Pokemon, it wouldn't be as big as it is right now, right? Things like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Things like a Pokemon, right? Things like fucking Shaman King. Oh my god. Dude, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still relevant to this day. How crazy is that? How many anime, how many manga, how many things we've watched are still relevant to this day? Sure, Bleach is Bleach. Okay, so I got a question for you, bro. I got a question for you, and I want an honest answer. Before they even talk about, ooh, Little Chubby, nice. Before they talked about doing the 1,000 Years War, which is the last arc of Bleach, how relevant was Bleach? Before that, was it super relevant or not? Honest answer, please. Let's go. Good, good. Pourquoi t'es oui? Pourquoi t'en as pas acheté? Des biscuits santé, t'es donc ben sans cœur. Qu'est-ce que je veux manger? Oh, I'm keep attacking skateboard. I don't know why. Not ads. Okay, so I was talking about. So I was talking about how it's bad. It sucks because if Dragon Ball Z didn't make it as big as it is, I feel blasphemous saying that, but I personally think that Pokemon was bigger than Dragon Ball. But I think that if it wasn't for Dragon Ball making catered to the West, Pokemon wouldn't be where it is. Like even Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was one of the back then was one of the most popular anime, right? And I was saying about like how many of those shows are still relevant? Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! If you look at it, it's hard to say. Like sure, you got Boruto that's making Naruto relevant, right? Boruto is making it relevant. If you look at One Piece is still going on. But if you look at Bleach, tell me the truth. I want an honest answer, bro. I want a really honest answer, please. How relevant was Bleach before they announced they were gonna make 1,000-Year War? How relevant was it? Just out of curiosity. The fucking fighter's gonna get me. Bad position. I have to push. Wait a sec. Ooh. Nah. Not much. It pop up the moment they say it was coming. That's true. For sure. And like, I love Bleach. I have a tattoo of Ichigo, right? I love Bleach. That's not the question, but it's sad that such a big thing. It was considered one of the big three, and it just vanished. You know.